and introduce everyone. I think we're ready to start.
Can you hear Arthur? I can hear Arthur, yes.
Okay, let me try to read off my script here and not sound too robotic. Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be introducing our virtual family cooking night, coming to you live from the Wrigley in downtown Corbin, Kentucky. This event is being sponsored by Knox Promise Neighborhood, the Kentucky Horticultural Council, UK Extension, and of course the Wrigley Tap Room. We are so blessed to be graced by our own Kristen Smith as our guest chef tonight. Kristen and her staff have recently been featured on the Food Network's American Restaurant Battle Program. And for tonight's class, Kristen will be using locally sourced ingredients to walk you and your family through a delicious dish with her. And before I take it over to Kristen, one little addition. If we could start off with everyone putting your name, school, and grade level into the chat, just so we can keep up with it. It's one of those grant things. And I want to let everyone know that we will be recording tonight's class for those that aren't as lucky as you are that can't be here live tonight. So without further ado, here is Kristen Smith and River at the Wrigley in downtown Corbin.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Inside the Wrigley with Kristen and River. Hi. I'm Kristen Smith. I'm the executive chef owner here at the Wrigley, as Arthur said. And this is one of my chefs, River Laurel. She's from Corbin as well, and just returned back a few months ago to join our staff. And so we're going to be having a lot of fun in the next hour. Y'all ready to cook? All right. So hopefully you guys have your kits and you've kind of put them all out. We call it in the restaurant the mise en place, everything in place. And hopefully you have your trusty sheet of a recipe and ingredients. I'll, I guess, lay that here if you can see it. We're going to be tackling latkes today, which is just another way of saying hash browns. So I thought it was pretty safe to hit up some hash browns because I don't know many people that don't like hash browns, right?
I don't.
And what's really cool about hash browns is that almost every culture has their own version of hash browns. And we were so lucky to get local potatoes from our very own farmer, Arthur, Canada. So we've got some beautiful potatoes that we're going to get tackling soon. And then we're going to hit some apples and onions, and we're going to make some potato cakes. So in all different kinds of cultures and countries in the world, there's different kinds of hash browns. And while I'm talking, if you don't have all your mise en place, go ahead and start working on that. Get your bowls. We're going to be shredding potatoes separately in one bowl and shredding apples separately in a different bowl. So make sure you have two bowls. And then another smaller bowl because we're going to do a little technique trick in a little bit. And then make sure your eggs and stuff are separated. Anything else, River, that you can think of that will help them? Make sure you have all your tools set out. Everything's clean. If you haven't already washed your potatoes, wash your potatoes while I'm talking. It's really important that all your produce are clean. No matter if you're getting from farmers or from the produce aisle at Kroger or IGA. So make sure you're doing that as well as we talk about the history of latkes. So latkes is a Jewish Yiddish name, and it originates in more of a Hungary, Ukraine region of the world. But there's also different versions of latkes and hash browns, right? We've got rosties from Switzerland, if you've ever heard of those. Boxties are from Ireland. We've got croquettes from Spain. La Pinkos. Andrea, am I saying that right? La Pinkos. Have you heard from Ecuador? They have something similar called La Pinkos. Los Pincachos. There we go. So those are all different versions from all around the world of different kinds of hash browns. And of course, in the United States, we call them hash browns. We're going to do latkes, a little bit different versions. So, where are we going to get started?
That's how we go ahead and get started with peeling our potatoes.
All right. So, we've got our potatoes here, right? And we got to have a bowl to shred them in. I think you guys had been given a peeler. So we're going to get started on peeling them. We're just going to, which camera am I looking at here? Let's just start getting peeling on these potatoes. Let's do 5 potatoes to get started. And see where we get there. I really like the Crocker peeler. That's what River said. She got a good one. I love the long fillers.
Hi, Kristen.
I personally like these Y fillers. They're super cheap. We get them off Amazon. It's like $6 for 3 of them. Oh, hey, I see everybody cooking. Y'all are looking great. So how you potatoes looking? Got them started peeling? That's over there.
Chris, can you use one of your?
Keep on peeling. It'll get a little slick. Don't cut your fingers. If you have gloves, put your gloves on. Hopefully, y'all washed your hands before we got started too.
Very important.
If you haven't, go wash your hands real quick. I think, what are these russets, Arthur? It's really funny. Not all potatoes are made equally. The fresher, more local potatoes, especially in Wrigley County, you can get, the taste is totally different than a mass-grown quantity. We used Arthur's for a few months here at the Wrigley for our frits, and you could fry them and immediately pull them out of the fryer without any seasoning, and they were delicious. They really didn't even need seasoning. So the more local produce you can get, especially potatoes, they do taste quite different. And the starch content is a little different depending on russet versus Yukon. If I'm doing mashed potatoes, I always go Yukons. You see them at the store, small. Sometimes they're smaller, they're golden. Go with French fries or these kind of hash browns. You want to go russets because they're more starchy. So that means that they're going to crisp up in the frying pan a lot faster.
We have 5 potatoes.
We have 5 potatoes. Let's go one more just in case while they're working. How many potatoes have y'all got peeled? Show me your hand. 5, 4, 2. We got 3, 2, 5. 5. Okay, we'll wait on just a few. 3. That's okay. Take your time. We got plenty of time. Absolutely. And I can talk for hours, y'all.
Myself.
Yeah. So tell us what are you interested in making latkes? Have you made latkes before, River?
I've never made my own latkes. I've had latkes made by family.
Awesome. So are you a fan of latkes?
Yes, I love latkes.
I like them because it was the first time I ever tried applesauce with hash browns, and I thought it was kind of weird. But then when I tried it, it was like heaven, the combination. So that's why we're doing a little latke action today. All right, how we at with the peeling? Good? Thumbs up, everybody? All right, looks good.
Awesome.
All right, so we're going to start shredding now. You see your shredder? We've got these graters, right? And if you have gloves, definitely throw some gloves on. But the key to using a grater is it's protecting your knuckles. And these are kind of small. to be grading, but totally doable. You want to take your bowl and you want to put it down in the bottom of the bowl, and you want to kind of make a bear claw, like put your fingernails down into the grater and then just start grating, and you want to do nice long grates. Okay? You see that? Don't do little ones. Go all the way down. Because the more longer they are, the more lacy your hash browns are going to be. Make sense? So just like that. And once you get to the end, don't damage your knuckles. It's not worth that last half inch. Just leave it alone. Okay? Save them and use them for fried potatoes tomorrow. Nope.
Growing up in Appalachia, another favorite.
Yeah.
And, fried potatoes.
Fried potatoes.
But also mashed potato cakes. Yeah, I'm sure you have plenty of those.
Totally. And that's, I think, from our Irish roots.
Yeah.
Because that's more like what a boxty is.
Yeah.
Which I'm surprised that didn't like completely come through in our language.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I got that nub. I'm going to leave it alone. How's your grading going? Good? Yeah. Some thumbs up over there. We're looking for about 2 cups. I don't look at your ingredient. I know it says like 6 potatoes. We're looking for about 6 cups of our potatoes, but we're going to squeeze that juice out in a minute. So that will decompress it some. Do we have hash brown fans out there? Yes. So you're going to love the lock keys. Normally we have music jamming here in the Wrigley kitchen. It's kind of quiet.
It is weirdly quiet.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to keep on going. How am I doing, River?
I think so far we're looking great. It's looking like hash browns.
Looking like hash browns.
Kristen, I wish you
you'll
could
notice a lot of moisture coming out, especially because these are local. They haven't been sitting in a warehouse for months. So you'll notice local potatoes are going to have a lot more moisture, which is cool. You grab some cheesecloth, or we can use this towel. What do you think?
We can use stuff.
Yeah. All right. So y'all keep shredding. If you have members of your family that wants to grab a clean towel, grab a clean towel, because we're going to put the raw hash browns in the middle of the clean towel, and we're going to squeeze all the moisture out. How are we doing on the shredding? All right. Boy, I see some elbow grease down there in the Lauren Queener family. Looking good. Y'all are looking really good. Working hard. We got a finger in the Valerie Ross family. I see you guys. You got a little bloodshed. It's okay. That only means that it's going to taste real good. That's good. If you've already got some of it shredded, what I'm doing is I'm kind of squeezing some of it. Let's see. Another thing while you're shredding, the origins of latkes didn't always use potatoes. They used root vegetables, whatever they could get their hands on. So often latkes were made with shredded carrots. Sometimes they were made out with shredded turnips. I personally think it would be good with sweet potatoes. I've never made sweet potato Rockies, but I think that sounds really
That
good.
would be really, really good.
And then if you got super creative and you like the earthiness of beets, which I love beets, you could shred beets and make like these vibrant purple peas. I think that would be kind of cool. Should do that sometime.
I love the pigment of beets.
Yes.
Like, it's just such a beautiful, colorful, especially for the fall time.
Yes. But it is, beets are like some of my favorite foods in the fall. Roast them.
Love some candied beets. I know that that's like the most high sugar content way to eat beets. I love it.
It's still good for you.
Yeah. It's still a vegetable.
How we doing? Looking. Oh yeah, still peeling over here for some folks. Okay, take your time. Don't shred your knuckles. If we have any questions out there, just holler in the comments. Mackenzie can read them for us. To keep shredding.
You think adding a little bit of salt to this might help with drawing some
That's a great
moisture
idea.
out?
I'll throw it in there. Yeah, let it sit for a second. All right, give me a thumbs up if you're shredded. If you're finished shredding. Keep them up. Okay. Yeah, we just added salt. So you want to add just a big pinch of salt. Big pinch means 3 fingers. Pinch your salt. Or if you have the cranker, just a few cranks.
What the salt does is it helps draw out that water content a little bit. Makes it a little bit easier to fry off.
All right, so we have a trash can here. I don't think we're gonna do the second part because it's just What do you think?
I mean, we can, but it might take a little bit longer.
All right, so I think it will. Just throw those away. Nice. River and I are like bulls in a china shop in the kitchen.
It's true. You know, at Hickory and Oak, they called me Hurricane River.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right, so this is what we're doing. We have a towel sitting here. We're going to take our potatoes. We're going to put it right in the middle of the towel. Use any kind of clean towel. We're going to attach it here and tie it. Attach it here and tie it. Okay. Well, maybe not. It's not long enough.
Or we just twist it.
Kind of make a bag just like this. And then we're going to twist. 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 Y'all see that? Y'all see that?
Have a little bit of water.
So all of that moisture, we're going to try to get out of there. Because we want crispy hash browns. We want crispy latkes. Keep on twisting. How's it going? Did y'all find a towel? Yeah, going great. Anybody sweating yet?
It's good for the food.
Good for the food. That's right. You don't have to squeeze the moisture out. A lot of recipes don't tell you to. It's one of those techniques that we like to do that makes food taste better.
It'll also help with holding your latke together. More moisture in there is going to make it a little bit more difficult to fry into a patty.
Yeah. Good work. And we squeezed and squeezed, so now we're going to dump that right back in there.
Oh,
Oh, Jonas.
it's okay. That's what makes a
Kitchen
great
wings.
chef.
That's right. A good chef has lots of scars. Not intended, but all right. So, how many people are at? Give me a thumbs up if you've squeezed your. All right, we got. All right, thumbs all the way. All right, let's start peeling the apples now. Let's set this aside, and let's start peeling apples.
Right.
I don't know what's going on in this. No.
There we go.
So y'all are out there in your family pod at your houses, and in the kitchen at the Wrigley, we consider ourselves work family. So River and I are our family pod here. Oh, and I just lost my.
What part of the family do you consider yourself to me, though? Like, are you the aunts, or?
That's a great question, River. You just had to ask that. Because Matt's Chef Daddy, I'm not Chef Mommy. That's funny. I don't know. I have to think on
You
that.
have to consider that.
That's a great question. So we're gonna peel and then we're gonna core our apples. But we like to do things in pattern. So your 3 to 4 apples that you have, we'll peel all them at once, and then we'll core all of them at once, and then we'll shred them all at once. Sound good? Oh. Take your time. Don't peel your finger.
No more boo-boos.
No more boo-boos. Yes. Do we have any almonds in this kitchen, River?
I did spy some sliced almonds in the back.
There are no almonds in this nice dish today.
Bring your own almonds.
Bring your own.
Hey.
Hey. Y'all having fun yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am having a blast.
Hey, what? Hey,
Say no to almonds.
It's our new T-shirt at the Wrigley.
Not necessary. I mean, the dessert was still beautiful without them.
You know, I just learned though how many people really don't like almonds. Though everyone's like, "Yeah, forget the almonds. I don't like almonds anyway." So I was like,
"Oh no."
Okay, there we go. Looking good, guys. Oh, 6. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you can totally apple core it with a core.
Yeah, that works.
We don't have a knife over here. Oh, yep, it's right there. Sharp coming over. So in the Wrigley kitchen, we'll teach you a little lingo while you're working on your apples. Sometimes there's 6 to 7 people working in this small kitchen. So you have to communicate really well. Communication is important. And so often we're walking with pots, comes fire, sharp knives. So we always say sharp behind, hot behind. And no one gets stabbed. Yeah, it's great. All right, I'll shred if you want to core. You want to show them how to core?
Yeah, totally. Personally, are you okay with me just kind of like
Yeah.
Like that. So,
Just do it over here.
Am I in camera here?
Right.
There we go. There we go. Get where y'all can see me. So
Clear your space. Be safe. Clear your space.
there we go. So basically, you're just going to go around. They're a little slippery, so be careful. Don't get no more boo-boos. And you're just going to cut the sides off, essentially.
Yep. See how super easy?
Mm-hmm.
You just basically have quarters here. River's going to be pouring, and I'm going to start shredding. So if you have other family members that want to do that, one person delegates to pouring, and one family member shreds. We're going to shred just like we did the potatoes. Sound good? Long swipes. Ooh, they're slippery suckers, aren't they?
Mm-hmm. So, one little piece of advice I wish somebody would tell me long before I worked in the kitchen was how to appropriately hold a knife.
There we go.
Which is by pinching. Let me make sure I'm in the camera here. You don't actually hold it by the handle. You hold it more up towards the blade, and you get a pinch grip on it. That gives you more leverage over your knife. You have more control. You're less likely to slip and hurt yourself.
Pretty cool trick. Thank you, River. Y'all holding your knives like Chef River? No. Stacy Moses? No. Y'all need to see that again?
I can put it back up. Yeah. Make sure I'm in actual.
Pinch it.
So your index right here, thumb is back here, and you just got a really good grip on it. You're holding it more by a little bit more by the blade and the base of the handle, as opposed to holding it like that.
The best trick probably you could ever learn.
Oh yeah.
Get things done a lot faster.
Oh yeah. Like I said, I wish somebody would show me that before I started working in the kitchen. It saves you so much hassle, even with home
How's
cooking.
your apple shreds looking? About like that? You only need about a cup of that. I think we got enough.
Mm-hmm.
We can eat the rest.
Yeah. These are snacks.
So good. Really, really good. Okay. So we have our potato, we have our apple. Now we're going to do our onion. Is everyone done with your apples? Are we just going to eat the apples? Nope, we're not done yet. Let's go. We're just going to stand here and eat apples then.
Okay, we'll be eating apples.
Yeah.
There's like people that make a lot of money eating on YouTube.
I know. Freaking TikTok too.
I know.
Apparently that's where the kids are really making money these days.
apples.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all snacking? Snacking with me?
Are we
Oh, yeah.
bringing out the apples?
For
Like we did the
quality
potato?
control, it's not snacking. You're just sampling the food to make sure it's decent. You see.
My hands are sticky. Y'all's hands sticky?
Are we supposed to wring
You
out
wash
the
your hands,
apples
wash them.
like
What's
you
that?
did the potatoes?
We do. I wouldn't recommend wringing out the apples. I feel
No.
like that would damage the texture of them. So let's just leave those as they are.
Yeah, don't bring out the apples. Apples have pectin in them. So they're going to actually, as they cook with the potatoes, they'll actually help congeal it all together. where the moisture of the potato, we need to get out of there. Make sense? Throw that over there. We're going to clean our workspace just a little bit before we get cutting on the apple or the. Here I am, chopped carrots over here. Chopping the onion. So make sure after each stage you're cleaning your workspace. One thing we say in the Wrigley kitchen is messy workspace, messy mind. So clean your workspace so you have a clear mind. Clear your mind, you have a clean workspace.
That's true. I'm losing the earbud.
You losing it?
There we go.
We're finishing up the apples, or are we just eating the apples? Good? Thumbs up? All done with the apples? Everybody? No? Ross family? Get on it, doggone it. You got like band-aids on every finger, Jonas? All right, just another second. Thumb's gone. You mean thumb's gone.
Don't do that.
Wrigley phone is ringing off the hook.
Oh, it's been ringing all day.
We're not open on Mondays. All right, thumbs up all the way around. Awesome. So we have one more item to cut. We've got the onion. You want to peel off any of the shed any of the skin there. Be careful. You want to keep the ends intact. Put your knife right in the middle of it, long ways, where it's touching it. You can bob it up and down, and then slowly put your other hand on top of it, a little pressure, and it goes down. Okay? Then we're going to lay them on their cut side. We're going to chop off the top end. The top end is where the stem was. Keep the butt. I'm going to cut that off on both sides of them. Okay? And there might be one layer in here we want off. See that? Then you can peel it right off, pop it off. Pop it off. Okay, so I think cutting onions is kind of a skill you got to work at, especially if you want fine dice. I like fine dice in my log piece, so I'm going for fine dice. So I'm going to teach you how to fine dice it. But if you don't want fine dice, or it's a little beyond your skill set, that's fine. I don't want you to cut yourself. But what I'm going to do is, you can see it from here. I'm going to take my knife and I'm going to cut it 3/4 of the way in, about 1/8 of an inch. I want to do another level. I'm going to go up. Do another level. Go up. Your finger holding it down is pinched and holding it in place. At any point you feel scared that something's going to get cut, not worth it.
Pull back.
Pull back.
You know, I've never been cut while chopping anything. I've always ever been cut doing something completely ridiculous.
So, one of the important things when you're cutting, your head is always down. If someone's talking to you and you want to talk to them, stop cutting and look at them. All right, so we've done all the side cuts. Now we're going to cut it the opposite direction, okay? And the same width. All the way down, just like that. And almost to the root. Okay? I'm going to pinch it like that. Got a few unhappy members over there. All right, so once you've done that, then you kind of hold it in the back end, and you're going to go slice down crossways as far as you feel comfortable, just like that. And that's diced. I wouldn't say that's super fine diced, but that's diced. Okay. I don't know. Looking at all that, I think we only need
I don't
that
think
much.
we need a whole
So
onion.
I think we only need a half an onion. That sound good with everybody? Y'all getting hungry yet? I know you have your apples, but you're like latke time, right? I might want them a little bit thinner. Did we get someone to say something?
I'm kind of enjoying the noise of you just cutting over this audio. Very ASMR.
Oh, really?
I can hear it. Yeah, you can hear the knock on the board a little bit.
The fastest way is you can run over to the freezer.
I'm
and stick
trying
your
to
head in the freezer.
unmute so I can.
I'll
be like, I
take
got protection,
away
I'm crying. Okay,
your
hold on. Where'd it go?
freezer
Where'd it go?
That's what I do. But around here, we don't have time. We just cry through it.
I got protection and I'm still crying.
Good therapy.
Yeah, you use this as your opportunity to cry about real life problems, but
I
nobody
got
suspects
goggles
anything
and I'm
because-
still crying because of the onions.
Safety goggles. There we go.
But I'm still
Household.
crying. What's the issue?
As soon as you have your onion cut, you can throw it in with the potatoes. Come again? Yeah. You can't really do an efficient cut on an onion without a sharp knife. And honestly, the most dangerous thing is a dull knife.
Absolutely. It's like the easiest way to cut yourself is because you're using more force to try to go through. So and you're also more likely to slip. So if you're slipping while using more force, you're definitely going to get cut.
I think I'm going to
Yeah, I think that a half an onion, I don't know how big y'all's onions were. Saw how much I cut with the size of onion we did.
I'm going blind, so.
All right, so we put our onions in with the potatoes. Our potatoes or apples are starting to brown a little bit.
Yeah.
So we didn't do that trick I was going to talk about because we didn't have the cheesecloth. So we can go ahead and throw the apples in with the potatoes.
I'm crying still.
Mix them all around. Then we're going to go ahead and put, I'm going to do a little seasoning now before the flour. So I'm going to do, it says 2 teaspoons of salt, but that's because we use like 6 potatoes and all that. Let's just do 1 teaspoon. Potatoes do acquire a lot of salt because of the starchiness, but so a big 3 pinch. You see this? Do a big 3 pinch. That's basically a teaspoon right there. And then I like fresh cracked pepper. So I'm gonna fresh crack some pepper over it here. I love putting apples and things that
Savory.
yeah, are savory. One of my favorite things like is with apple pie is putting cheddar cheese in my pastry crust. And it kind of makes it a little savory.
It's like my favorite thing about fall is the use of sweeter produce in savory dishes. I love pumpkin. I love sweet potato. I love squash. I'm so enthused.
Yeah,
about all
everything's in the same bowl at this point. Teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of salt. And see, it's already kind of pushing some moisture out of the potatoes. All right, so once you mix that all up, put as much pepper as you want in it. I kind of like a lot of pepper.
Me too.
But so you have your onions, your apples, and your potatoes all mixed together. And then we've got our eggs here. Am I moving too fast? Are y'all with me? Thumbs up? All right. Action. So River's going to break these eggs and she's going to scramble them in the little quart container here. And while she's doing that, I'm going to put half of the flour, that half cup. So I'm going to put 1/4 of a cup of flour into our potatoes, apples, and onions. And I'm just eyeballing it here.
Pro tip with your eggs. Lots of people like to crack their eggs against the edge of something, like a bowl or a table. That ensures the eggshell is going to get into whatever you're cooking. Crack your egg on a flat surface, like the very top of your table. We just using 1 egg.
Yeah, let's just do 1 egg for now.
Gonna whisk that egg. Whisk.
All right. Looking good. Whisk. So you got the flour in with the Lockies? Thumbs up? Nope. Okay. Put 1/4 cup of flour in with your potatoes. Your potato mixture. Oh, someone's using a spatula over there. Well done. So what we've done is we put 1/4 a cup of our flour in with our potatoes. We've mixed those around, and then we have 1 egg that we scrambled raw, and we haven't added that yet. Mix. Good job. All right, y'all ready to add the egg? Thumbs up? Yes? Okay, we're gonna add the egg.
Awesome.
I'm gonna add the egg and see. Woo! See,
I'd say right now would be an excellent time to be getting your pan heated up, right?
Yep, great idea, River. So, River is now getting our pan heated up. We like using a cast iron, or a non-stick is fine too. And we're going to get that heated up at mid-high. Yeah, let's just do 1 egg, guys.
How hot
I want
should
it to be too sloppy and sloshy.
how hot should we put it on, medium or high or?
About medium to mid-high. Do not add your oil yet. Let your pan heat up first.
Yeah, good note. All right, so let that sit for a second. Get your pan heated up. I'm going to change gloves.
Are we supposed to take temperature too?
You're sticky.
I want to stay hydrated with my Wrigley glass.
What are we supposed to set the temperature to on the pen?
Excellent product placement. Cheers.
What are we supposed to put the temperature to on the pen or the pan?
Medium high.
Okay, medium.
How are y'all doing? Getting those pans heated? Yeah, that looks good, Julia. Show me those mixtures. Let me see them. Oh yeah, Garrison family, Queener family looking good. Yep. It needs just to be slightly glossy. It doesn't need to be too wet. We don't want it too wet. I'm gonna get some
Sharp swinging.
I was like, who's back?
If it's too wet, do we just add more flour?
I'm waving my hand to be dry. Thank you.
I think we have a question.
Yeah, if it's too wet, do we just add more flour?
That's something you can do. I would refrain from adding too much though. They are wondering if it's too wet, if they should add more flour to it.
I don't think it would hurt. It will be a little bit different consistency, texture-wise. But what I would probably do is drain it. Right. Yeah, I would just drain some of that liquid off, strain it in a colander, or just clean it up and drain. So traditionally, latkes are fried in olive oil. I know y'all got vegetable oil in your packets. If you have olive oil, I recommend olive oil. Vegetable oil is good too. Arthur gave our kit with the oil saturating the bag. Thanks, Arthur. So we're going olive oil. Throwing Arthur under the bus here. Let's so there's a way to test whether or not your pan is hot enough. Let's do that.
The oil in the pan is like it's going everywhere. Oil in the pan is going
It's smoking. It was a little hot. We're going to pull that down a little bit for us. And I want to put, I just put a little bit of oil in it right now, but I'm going to put a little bit of our mixture in there and see how it responds to the oil. So it's starting to sizzle just like that. So that means, but if you see, it's already browning, so it's way too hot. We're going to pull that down. I'm going to throw that off here. And you want to go about a, what does it say, a ½ inch? No, it doesn't say anything, does it? I'd say
about a ½ inch.
of oil.
3/4.
Yeah, maybe a little less. All right.
Like little patties.
About what I'm gonna go. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
We've got. I like to work with fish fats. Y'all got spatulas with your kit. That's awesome. Just be careful though. It is plastic, so don't just leave it in the oil because you're gonna have plastic latkes. So I did just put new oil in there. It's got to have time to get to temp.
Would you like me to be pattying these out?
That'd be great.
So over here, I have just some parchment paper, or like a paper towel will do too, or literally a plate, anything that will hold your latkes while you're waiting to fry them. And we're going to do ours about 3 inches.
Yep.
So I'm going to roll these up into a little bit of a ball in my hand. And then I'm going to patty them out.
And we're going to do, perfect. We're going to do,
So that's about, yeah. I'm going to smash it out a little bit.
That's perfect.
Awesome.
It's about 2.5 inches there. We're going to do 3 at a time in our frying pan. So you can have one family member patting them out and then one family member frying them if you want to.
I will say, if you're, oh, sorry, dear. If your mixture is a little bit wet,
to like ice cream scoop to do it.
I'm sorry. I hear somebody talking. I'm sorry.
That was me. I was saying we got a little ice cream scoop.
Hey, ice cream scoop. Great.
Great. That's great for portioning.
That's creative.
I will say, if your mixture is a little bit wet, this is a good time. While you're rolling it into this ball, you can give it a little bit of a squeeze.
Yeah,
and that'll get some of that moisture off of it. And it'll make it easier to patty out. It'll hold together a little bit better for you.
All right, I'm smoking over here.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead.
First brown going.
I want to give her time to give me one more. See, ours is pretty. There we go.
All right. There's our first.
All right. Smoking.
It's really starting to smell good. You can smell those apples.
Mm-hmm. It is definitely.
You just lay it really softly away from you into the pan. And as you add it, these are kind of colder, so they're going to take the temperature down quickly.
Delicious.
Oh yeah, those just hit the skillet and they smell amazing.
And don't move them around. Let them do their thing. Don't feel like you have to badger them. If they're getting brown really quickly, take your temp down. Y'all see it pretty good?
Yeah.
Mom's like putting her hand in the oil.
Oh no.
Putting her hand in the oil to slide it back. She is immune to this. She every time she touches heat, it does not burn her.
And you also want to have a plate with paper towels on it ready for when they do come off. So make sure you're getting that ready as well while you're patting, frying at the same time.
About how thick should the patties be?
About a ½ inch.
Okay.
Or less. If you want real crispy, go less. We did probably 2 or ½ inch. One's maybe a quarter. Here. Want to test it here. See, it's starting to get this really nice brown. And it's holding together well. Don't mess with it too much. Okay. Give me that plate over there, if you don't mind. Right. I've got my baking sheet here with paper towels ready. How are y'all doing? Looking good? We have anything in a frying pan right now?
Paper towel right here. What'd you do? We have in the frying pan.
Ooh, I'm starting to smell that like caramelization of the apples. It smells really good in here. I bet it does in there too.
They're looking pretty.
They're looking really pretty. All right. Don't want to mess with them too much. Let them do their thing. I'm starting to see a lot of color, so it's about time for me to flip mine. And I'm going to bring the end to the center, let it slide down, and flip just like that. Okay?
Flip away from yourself.
Away from yourself, yes. Just like that. Woo, look how beautiful those are. Yeah. Just like that.
Those are lovely.
Beautiful.
Will we flip them?
How are yours looking? They do? They smell so good, right?
Dishwasher fix? Never. And I mean, but
I don't see any fire, so that's good.
because it for me.
Oh, wow, it's 6:57. Okay. Y'all did good in the timing.
Okay.
So we pattied out 8. So we have 8, just to give you an idea.
Oh, those are smelling.
Smelling so good, right?
I'm excited for this.
I'm gonna get some more paper towels.
Are we still thinking we might want to add parsley?
Oh, what are you feeling?
We can. I'm not sure if y'all have access to parsley.
Woo, I gotta get my heat down. Just check mine. It got really brown. Oh, looking good though. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull these off. I want to pull one off. Well, shake a little bit of that extra oil off. And then have your salt handy. Want to dust it just a little bit, go high so it distributes well. And give it a nice little dusting of salt. I want to let River do the next. You want to do the next one?
Yeah, I can do the next one.
Okay. Or I can keep at it.
Doesn't matter to me much.
All right.
All right.
Maybe River teach you another technique. I think you have enough oil in there. I'll maybe just a little bit more.
I'll get that.
Yeah.
That should be fine.
I think it's hot enough. It's there you go.
There we go.
Oh yeah? Y'all having fun? All right, I'm gonna taste one. Make sure it's done inside. You see me, or should I go to the other camera? Oh, looks good. Quality control. Quality control. Cheers. Oh yeah. Those are so good. Oh, we'll play it in a minute. We'll get one more. And played it. Yeah. We should have done that one. And actually, I'm going to pump it a little bit more. Y'all have any coming off? Yeah? Are they looking good, Lindsay? Yeah, so delicious, right?
It's so good.
All right. So, I'm going to show you how to plate them. As I disappear off the camera.
I'm getting low battery on these.
You know, in China, there's a thing that for all your.
So we got our plate. We're going to plate it on because we're the Wrigley, right? So we've got to plate it fancy, fun. Put the sour cream in a bowl. I like to add some unique flavors. So one of the things we are going to do, you don't have to do this, but I've got a little bit of a nutmeg here. I've got a microplaner here, and I'm going to just microplane just a little bit of nutmeg into the sour cream to add like this nice fall warm.
Yeah.
I'm looking over there.
We're doing good. If I could get a hold of this one.
Do a little bit more nutmeg. Some nutmeg can be really strong, so you have to be careful. There's a little bit more nutmeg. All right. So, we got our applesauce, which I know what you're thinking. Hash browns and applesauce? So, got our dollop of daisy here. Just dollop it right there. You take a big spoon, drag it. Make it fancy, right? And then we've got a little bit of applesauce here. Put a little bit here. Drag it. Then we've got our beautiful, oh, it looks so good. Black piece. So pretty, right? What are we missing? Missing anything? If you got a little parsley, you can put parsley over top of it. I personally like a lot of applesauce. So I'm going to do a little bit more right there. So what do y'all think? That just made black peas.
Lovely.
A Yiddish family recipe that now can be yours. How's it going over there?
It's going good. I'm going to steal my spatula back.
You should take it back. All right, so I'm going to dive in here. I like to eat with my hands. So I'm going to take my spoon here. I'm going to take a little bit of that sour cream and a little bit of the applesauce together. What just happened?
Put in the applesauce.
River, get in on this.
Oh
my gosh, the caramelization of the onions with the apples and then the crispness of the potatoes.
Yes, everything's like real bright.
It's bright, right? The applesauce and the sour cream adds this brightness to a fried food.
7 out of 10.
Yeah. Fire combo? What? With all that flavor, you don't need a whole lot of salt. I don't know if you're finding that. Oh, look at that. Yeah, Julia.
Like on a Saturday morning.
Do the happy dance. Do the happy dance.
Those apples. Apple.
I don't know if I'm going to ever make latkes without apples again, Arthur Canada. That was an Arthur find, and I'm glad he found it.
I mean, what?
Well, that's the wrap. Honestly, do you have any questions? We doing good? No questions? Just eating now. It's dinner time.
Time to eat.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm going to tag in my friend Andrea Munoz with KSU, and she's going to give us some more fun party. Love y'all. It's been real.
Right.
Thank you so much, Kristen.
They are saying thank you so much, Christy. Yeah, I have the earbud now.
River, come stand outside of them.
Thanks for joining us. Oh, there I am. Okay.
All right, Andrea, it's all yours.
So I have the educative part of this program. We are learning about eating and cooking more healthy, really. So everybody's kind of familiar with the plate. And here we have all different ingredients. In reality, we have all the different food groups with this recipe. So we have the apple, we have the potatoes and the onions, we have the egg, the protein, we have the grains with the flour, and we have the dairy with the sour cream. So that is the idea. Whenever you have or you think about what I'm gonna cook, what I'm gonna prepare, what I'm gonna fix, try to have at least different 3 food groups from the plate. If you have all of them, it's ideal. But if not, at least 3. So that way you are getting. Oh, okay. I'm having some echo. Let me turn off this. All right. Okay. So the idea is that whenever we choose a recipe, we think about like how that recipe fits all the different food groups. So at the end of the day, we have enough of a little bit of every food group. All right. So what you will like to do next time, huh? That is a question. We might be able to do something else before the holidays.
Danish.
Hey, Julia. All right.
Pizza.
Anybody have questions about my plate on how that this recipe fit with my plate? No. I can't see that there's any questions. No. What? Ask Arthur to close us out. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for tonight, and thank you for inviting us to your home. We love to be, even if it's in a distant way, to be with you this evening. All right.
Bye.
Yeah, I think that leaves it on me to close out tonight. I want to thank everyone for inviting us into their kitchen, and even though we were cooking latkes tonight, I think what we were cooking was getting our families together and enjoying the night in the kitchen. I sent out surveys a little while ago, so if you could fill those surveys out, we can continue to provide programming like this and improve upon our programming like this. So, Kristen, River, Andrea, Mackenzie, want to thank you, and I want to thank all our families, and we'll see you the next time we do this.
Remember to visit the Wrigley.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.